Congrats. What was your thought when you heard your name called?
I think it's just an unreal experience. It's awesome, and you get the nerves through, and just to hear your name called, it's something that you'll only experience once in a lifetime. So I think it's just awesome.
What allowed you to make the steps you made this year to have the season you had, I guess?
Yeah, I think just a big role model of mine is Thomas Millich. I think he guided the way a lot, and I think throughout the season you just got to earn everything you get. So making the most of my chances when I get them. So just making the most of what I have and earn everything.
The dynamic, what's it like just kind of competing against each other in practices and games? I'm sure there's a healthy sort of competition there.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, I could give a lot to him, and I think every day it was just competition back and forth, whether that was the drills, whether that was a 3-on-3 at the end of the practice or a bag skate even. It was always there beside you to push you, and I think we could both agree that it made us better in our each own ways. So.
You won a WHL championship with the Thunderbirds this year. How much did that experience really help you out in your development?
Yeah, it was awesome. And just, coming so close last year, losing in the finals, and then winning it all this year, it's just an awesome feeling, and to go through it with those guys, and it's just awesome. And learning a lot from it too, like with Millich, learning how to handle those pressure situations like that. So just being in those scenarios and learning how to handle it.
You think about the staff, the organization, how have they helped you along?
Oh, it's been awesome. I think just the development is always there. Each and every player is, focused on one-on-one to their needs. So I think just that development and the coaching staff has just been unreal.
When you're a goalie, you're dealing with Savoy and Benson all the time. You played Winnipeg. What was it like dealing with the two of them?
Yeah, I think it's just a dynamic duo. They're both awesome. They can both shoot and score from anywhere and make plays. So I think it makes you better, and you just got to always be ready, always be on your toes, and because they can create a lot. So just be ready for everything.
How tough is that when it's two of them? It's not just one guy you're really focused in on. You've got to deal with one passing the other.
Yeah, like I mentioned, just the duo there. You got to be aware of when they're on the ice and where they are. So just knowing that they can both create and score from anywhere, just being ready.
Scott, Thomas Millich just got drafted by the Winnipeg Jets. What do you think of that?
That's awesome. I'll be probably many of them to text them, and I'll just congratulate them, phone them. We keep in touch constantly. So I think that's awesome, and I hope to see him soon.
What was it you were able to learn most between last year to this season winning it? What was the thing that really stood out to you?
Yeah, I think just as your 16-year-old year, you're kind of dipping your toe in the water, feeling it out, seeing how it is. And then this year is kind of the time to, I got my feet under me, really try and excel at the league. So just taking from what I learned last year when I was 16 and putting it into this year when I was 17. So.
What do you view as your strengths as a goalie?
Yeah, I think I'm more of a stand-up goalie. I like to be on my feet as long as possible, and I think a big strength of mine is just lateral movements, east to west on my feet, getting places there. So that's a big one. Agility.
Is there a goalie you model yourself after or like to play like?
Yeah, I love to watch UC Saros. I think he's just an advocate for smaller goalies like me. So I think just the way he fills space, uses his frame to present himself big to the shooter, and just his edge work is something that everyone can take a page out of. So it's just awesome to watch him.
I don't know have you ever seen Devin Levi play or at all on TV or something?
Yeah, I watch him on TV, and he's awesome. He's the same way, like I mentioned about UC Saros. He's just, his footwork and his reads are just something that everyone could take a look at and learn from. So it's going to be awesome to look at him, learn from him, and even talk to him. It'll be a huge honor.
Don't really see stand-up goalies a lot these days because the game's so fast. How do you pull it off?
Yeah, I think it's just always constantly working on the game. I think that's what practice is for. There's certain situations, 3-on-2s, things like that you can always test your limits, see where you are. Depending on where guys are in the O zone, you can see if you can get there on your feet or slide. So just learning plays, learning reads, and then going from there.
Who do you train with in the off-season?
I train with Adam Huxley. So he played a couple years in the East Coast in the AHL, and he's a big fighter. So he's awesome to have in the gym, and he always keeps you honest and working hard. So props to him.